Hello, John.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
And yourself? It's been a while since we've been on here.
I mean, I was gonna say it's been a while since I've seen you, but obviously we were with each other on Saturday.
Yeah, but to be fair, it was a while before that. It was when, what, November before that? So, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it has been a while. It has been a while, a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
How have you been keeping though, bro? You all good?
Pretty good, mate. Yeah, pretty good. Just finishing up music and just been busy with artworks and stuff as well. So, yeah, keeping pretty well. Keep pretty
Can't
well.
can't complain.
No, no, yeah, that's it.
Good, good. Well, look. Hello to anyone that is joining us or listening or watching right now. This is another edition of Overviewed, in which I interview a member of the extended family of Overview, the drum and bass community. And with me tonight, or this evening, or wherever you are in the world listening to this, watching this, I've been joined by a producer who is currently about to release his next Overview EP, which is going to be out tomorrow, in fact. Give it up for the man like Rizzle. Yes. Let's go.
Yes, yes.
That was my attempt at an introduction right there for you.
That was good. Yeah, it was good.
You know, you got to get people in. You got to keep people up for it. I'm sorry that I'm dragging you back onto one of these things. I still don't know totally what the point of them is. I should like really have a bit more structure to like.
I think it's
What,
good. I think it's
what we're
good to
doing here.
sort of just have a general sort of chat and yeah, answer some questions. And
What
sometimes we get some stupid questions in the thing, which is quite
sometimes you
useful
get
and
some.
funny as well.
Well, I tell you what, we'll put it out right now to anyone that is watching or listening to us right now. If you do have any questions for man like John Rizzle, please do not be afraid. Do not be shy. Please be forthcoming in dropping them. You know, we want to hear. We want to hear what you have to say or what you want to ask. You can ask me a question if you want to ask me a question. I mean, it's mainly meant to be about John, but I do have a habit of tend to make these things about me as well. But we'll try to keep it more about John today. But yeah, honestly, if anyone does, please feel free. What do you want to talk about today, John? What do you want to talk about?
Um, I mean, I usually leave it to you to lead the
I
way
suppose
on the chat. So, I mean, I haven't prepared anything for this. I doubt you have as well. So,
I know
I'm easy to chat about whatever.
I've got an extensive notes. You've been on for the. I feel like we've done a few of these now. I feel like I've dragged you
We've
on for a few of these.
we've done two now, I think. So we did one with Dom, and then we would have done another one with the for Placid, I think, as well, wouldn't we? So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right.
third.
So, but it has been a little bit. Actually, no. Well, it would have been last year with.
Well, no, yeah, because the one with Dom
That
would have
was
been
no.
November 21. So no, November 2020. Yeah, November 2020. So yeah, about a year and a half. Mad.
Wow. I
Doesn't feel like it was that long ago we were here.
and here we are magically again. I do, I do,
Mm,
I do feel like time is definitely not making a lot of sense lately in terms of
yeah.
how you kind of view it. I mean, but you've been very busy in the last sort of amount of time since we've had you on.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, had the album since then, which was good to get out finally, which took ages and ages. Well, it seemed like forever to get that album out, but yeah, that was good. What else has there been? Loads of remixes. This is the first. I guess, this is like the first body of work that is longer than a remix basically that's come out since the album actually. So yeah, and was mostly done in between when the album came out and now, I guess. So yeah.
So
It's basically what I've been working on. Yeah.
this was the first bit of work you said you have worked on since the album, then 100%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. Since I finished the album, it did the Heads release obviously last year as well.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
But since the album actually came out, this has basically been what I've been working on. So yeah.
Nice, nice. And
Hmm.
yeah, no, mate. It's a solid set of tracks. How was everything with the album though? You like,
Mm.
quite a bit of a process, I guess,
Oh,
to have got
mate,
that?
yeah, yeah, it certainly was. At times, there was times when I probably wanted to give up on it, actually. But yeah, it was just it was getting it over the line. Like I had a lot of the tracks were written and ready to go, but it was just finishing them all, and then you finish like a batch of them, and then you'd listen back to them after you've finished another batch of them, and then you'd be like, oh mate, I need to go back on these ones now and make these better and like more in line. And it was just constantly this like
Mm,
chasing your tail thing of like trying to make the tunes sound as good as they can because I'm constantly learning still with mix downs and stuff as well. And I feel like I've got to the point now where I'm pretty happy with my mix downs. So that's like less, but yeah, it was just that was when I was like trying to finish it up. That was the sort of main struggle, I guess, was just trying to yeah playing this game of catch up constantly, sort of thing.
well, I think obviously, I mean, I know, but I'm sure not everyone knows that. I mean, that kind of album process probably took what, nearly 3 years. I mean, it was probably
Yeah, I would say yeah, probably three years, 2.5, 3 years or so, maybe even longer to be fair. I think I started it actually, yeah. So I started it 20 middle of the way through like 20 actually early 2018, and it came out late 21. So yeah,
wow.
3 years or three and a bit years or so. Yeah.
That's. I mean,
Um,
there's. I mean, I don't know what the. I don't know what. I don't know if there's any rules about writing albums or what you would expect. I don't know if maybe someone could write one in like 3 weeks. Maybe. I
Oh
mean,
mate, you definitely could, but it was the first album as well. It was something that I wanted to make sure was right, and I waited a bit for like collabs to come back as well. Was part of it as
mm,
well. Was finishing that sort of stuff up, like the tunes with Wings and Ground and Black Barrel. To be fair, the one with Black Barrel came together relatively quickly because Black Barrel was just a machine. But yeah, yeah,
yes.
the ones with Wings and Ground were took a bit longer to get over the line, but yeah. Yeah, just nice to sign it off and get it out there and to be because obviously I made it or was wrapping it up when we were in lockdown as well, and to actually be able to play those tunes out finally once they were all mastered and stuff was yeah, good. Felt good.
I mean, that was the other thing I was going to say about like the fact that not only when obviously starting this project and then being hit
Mm,
by the pandemic, being hit by COVID.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
with it. I mean, so see, well, yeah. So what you yeah? So you said started it 2018, so about a year or
Mm,
so into it. I mean,
yeah.
did it have a knock on with it? I mean, well, I
I
guess
mean,
yeah.
it didn't change any of the like the structure of it at all. Like, because the tracks were mostly there before the tracks were all written before the pandemic was a thing basically. So
Right.
they had the track list ready, and then it was just yeah, ages just getting it finalized basically, ages and ages. And then I thought I'd got it finalized, and then we sent them off to master, and then I had to finalize them again. So yeah, it was just this long process of finishing things up basically. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm glad that like looking back on it now. Like I would hate to look back on the album now and think like it was something that I should have taken more time over and like it sounded rushed or whatever. And like now I listen back to it and I'm just very happy with how it came out. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything you would change about it, or are you all pretty happy about it? I mean, maybe the time taken. I mean, if you were to do it again, would you want to write one quicker, or
I wish it would have happened quicker, but yeah, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you can't really control these things. Like so,
mm,
yeah, that was just how it came out, and yeah, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, if I were to write an album again, it probably wouldn't be anytime soon. I mean, we've had this chat already, but yeah, yeah, it'd be a
give it 10 years,
while.
give it 10 years, maybe ten
Yeah,
years, maybe.
a good couple at least. Yeah, yeah. I just want to focus on just writing some shorter EPs and some singles here and there and stuff and that sort of stuff at the moment. So,
Have you like noticed like sort of some positive feedback about doing an album? Because I think I feel like doing an artist album seemingly becomes less and less people are doing them. Maybe it's not
mm,
quite as big a
yeah.
thing. I mean, what in your opinion, what have you kind of seen? Say benefits, or what have you had a lot of positive sort of feedback for the fact people are like supportive of you doing it?
Yeah, yeah. There's been it's quite a lot of positive comments and like the feedbacks that I mean off the promo reports and stuff like that that I got was really, made me feel like really good about the album actually when that came out after such a long time of it being in the works. To get that sort of feedback from people you really look up to and stuff was really good. But I think I think the album was probably a big part of me getting taken on Basic Agency as well, which is something that I've been working on towards for quite some time. So I think in that terms of in that in that sort of thing, it was very positive. Yeah.
Would you have any advice for anybody, or do you think it is a good thing for an artist to do? Do you actually, now having done it, would you actually recommend people be like, yeah, you should do an album, actually consider it, or maybe that's a loaded question, but
it's something that I thought of when I started it, that I thought it was going to be a challenge, and it definitely was a challenge for me. I didn't think like goes back to what I said before. There's that it was easy enough for me to write the tracks for the album, but for them to finish them and get them all over the line at the same time and make them all sound good to me at the same time was the hardest part about it. And I think that's what I underestimated at first. I was just like, oh, bosh, I'll write all these tunes and then it'll be an album sort of thing. And then it's not quite as easy as that. So there were times when I thought I'd bitten off more than I could chew, but that is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, I still love the process. Like, but yeah, just. I'd be lying if it didn't frustrate me at points.
What are you saying?
But then that's the same with just writing tunes in general. Like you do go through moments of frustration and stuff, but then the flip side of that is that when you finally get them over the line and when they come out and you get people bigging up the tunes and playing the tunes and stuff is very rewarding. So.
What's your advice to people, or what's your method for getting through the frustrations then? Do you tend to just wait it out, or
I mean, there was a time when, like with writer's block as well, it was just I was just slogging it away in the studio, even when I wasn't feeling like very creative and stuff, and like I'd be in the studio trying to do stuff, and it just turned out to be not very positive, and like you would just spend hours on the session, and you just get frustrated with it and not really do anything with all these tunes that you're just like sort of half making and like you're not even feeling at the time. And now I've sort of taken a step back from that. So when I'm not feeling creative, I just don't get in the studio at all. So, and I've put a lot less pressure. Like I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to be in the studio constantly. And like, that's something that recently I've taken a step back from as well, so I don't feel the need to be in the studio constantly. And like I feel like when I do get in the studio now, it's generally more productive because I'm feeling like I want to get in the studio and I actually want to write tunes, sort of thing. And there was a time after the album when I just for quite a long time, for nearly a year or so, that I just wasn't really in the studio at all, basically. Apart from doing a couple of remixes here and there because I just burnt myself out with the album. So. I'm glad those days are gone, basically, though.
Yeah, I definitely think it's that interesting kind of challenge and balance because, there's that kind of like whole mentality of, you need to be working, you need to be on it. And I think that's true to a point. But then, like you're saying, you can easily overdo it. And I think it is about then learning when you do need to take a step back, when you do need to take a break.
This is it.
So so because otherwise, you won't be productive for however long or however.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just you burn yourself out, and that's definitely what happened to me. So yeah, I'm very wary of that now, and not wanting to do that again because just spent a lot of time just basically not in the studio and wishing I could have got in the studio, but it just wasn't the right time. So yeah.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting. If anyone obviously hasn't checked out Rizzle's album yet, that is the Twilight Tones LP, which you can go and get on Beatport and Spotify and everywhere right now.
Vinyl as well.
And vinyl, actually, do you know what? I have actually got a copy.
Oh, nice!
But Ollie has my copy, so I need to like get it off him at some point, which would be good. So Ollie, if you're listening and watching, please can have my vinyl. My front door has just gone.
Oh no!
Oh no! I don't. I'm pretty sure that is Emma, but I'm pretty sure that I did tell her that I was going to be doing this. Oh dear, I can't just walk up and leave, can I now? Like halfway through an interview.
No.
That's gonna be a bit awkward. She's just gonna have to figure it out that I'm not gonna be able to come to the door. I
Does
did.
she not have a key?
Um, she should have a key. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why she's not. I don't know why she's just ringing the doorbell on me. Yellow Gus asks, "What are you looking forward to most this year, and why is it eating an eyeball in Groningen?"
I have no idea what an eyeball is, so I'm gonna. What is that?
What is an eyeball?
How do you even? There we go. Hang on.
An eyeball is.
Let me just Google this.
An eyeball is a treat. Is a Dutch treat.
Oh, it looks like it's Scotch egg. Yeah. They look great.
It is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anyone from Groningen, but it is essentially a big Scotch egg. But
It looks great.
I feel like I want to say
Curry
that
powder as well. Nice.
Yeah, I want to say it's more. It's not like meat. I want to say it's more like potato kind of on the outside of it, like you're saying,
Okay.
like curry potato. Hello, Emma.
Layer of
Yeah.
ragu as
Hello,
well. Is that?
right.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I would say. I would say.
Yeah,
Eyeballs are up there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like Holland is not like. I'm sorry, Holland, but it's not the most like renowned for its like national cuisine. Much in a similar way that England, I mean, look, we have a roast dinner, and we have English breakfast, which
fish and chips.
fish and chips. I mean, still, it's not like when
No.
you compare to a lot of like Mediterranean national dishes or whatever.
A cottage pie or shepherd's pie.
I mean, look, I love a cottage pie and I love a shepherd's pie. I love bangers and mash. I love fish and chips.
Oh, yeah.
I love it all. I mean, going to a nice English country pub, having a good, good bangers and mash or good, you can't beat it. It's not high end cuisine. It's not. That's not what it's trying to be. Where do you think? Where's the best food that you've had traveling around? Where do you actually reckon? Anywhere, any like gigs,
Anywhere.
anywhere you'd big up.
I'm trying to think. That place that we went to in Slovakia was really good. The place where they did the really nice beers and the meaty stuff. That
Meaty
schnitzel that we
stuff.
had, meaty stuff. I can't remember specifically what we had there, but I just remember it being really good. Also had a banging ramen in Copenhagen a couple of months back. That was really good. A place called
really?
Mr. Ramen. Mr. Ramen in Copenhagen was absolutely banging.
There's a
And
shout out there. You need to get free ramen for life from
Yeah.
that guy.
Mr. Ramen, hit me up. That's
Please.
sponsor. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I tend to eat a bit shit as well though when I go abroad places as well. Like so, on the following day in Copenhagen, I was really hungover and I ended up eating a massive pizza for breakfast just because it was right outside the hotel and I had like 10 minutes to get ready before the taxi took us back to the airport. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, I'm a big pizza fiend. I tell you what, actually, speaking of pizza and what you've just said, 100% the best place that we've been to is Pizza Tivoli in Pula, which is me and Harry host went there every day when we went to Croatia in 2019, and we had it for lunch and dinner. And they did these massive like 23-inch pizzas, and they were like €8 or something like that. And it was the best pizza I've ever had in my life. So we were just rinsing it for about a week, and yeah, that was probably the best place.
You came back from that. You came back from that gaining a few pounds then, probably.
Yes. Yeah, almost certainly.
or I suppose if you're going to Outlook, you probably like sweat it out in the sun and
Spent a lot of time that Outlook actually watching Peep Show as well. So yeah, not necessarily lots of sweating.
Rock and roll.
That's how the pros do it, man. What can I say?
Oh god, Brits abroad. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Yeah,
we go there, we eat pizza, we watch Peep Show. We're here. Not like I'm gonna like embrace the local culture. I'm gonna like sort of take it.
Oh,
all in.
we embraced the
know.
culture. We went and walked around some tunnels and did the amphitheater and stuff. Pula's a sick place to be fair. And we found this like wicked abandoned like military base thing that we were just roaming around for hours. Place was sick. It's a
Um,
shame. It's a shame actually that Outlook isn't there anymore. But we went to the last one when it was at the fort. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see because it's at the same, isn't it? The new one's at the Garden in Tisno, which is where they do. Is it hospitality as well? As they do that.
well,
So
they
or
they
was
they
yeah yeah
did do it there.
yeah. So yeah, not sure. Not I've not been to the new place. So yeah, excited to see what it's like when I go over there later on this year.
Is that a little subtle hint that you're going to be playing Outlook?
Oh no yeah I am going to be playing yeah. um.
So
So yeah,
buy your tickets right now. Go buy your tickets.
buy tickets to Outlook. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
it might be sold out already.
I don't know to be honest off the top of my head, but yeah, it should be good. The lineup is sick, so yeah.
Have you got any other festivals coming up?
Uh, have I got any other festivals coming up? I don't think so, actually. No, I think Outlook is. I think it's just Outlook actually. Yeah. Yeah. Croatia Outlook, and that's it. A few other gigs than that, but yeah, no other festivals. No other festivals.
So festival promoters out there, please book. Please book John Rizzle.
Hit up your boy.
Hit up your boy. Is there anywhere that you would really like to play, like festival wise, if you had like?
I tell you what, I mean I played like a couple of the smaller stages at Boomtown years back, just through like mates that I knew and stuff that had stage takeovers and that, which was cool. But I'd love to get on a bigger stage at Boomtown just because the production there is just mad. Yeah, and very fun times of going to Boomtown like years and years back and stuff, and I haven't been for since 2016 no, I think 2015 actually was the last time I went to Boomtown. So yeah, that'd definitely be on my bucket list of stuff to do. Play a bigger stage at Boomtown. Glasgow as well. I've never been to Glasgow, and that just looks absolutely mad. We'd love to get that done one day as well.
I mean, they do have a bit of drum and bass at Glastonbury, so
I mean, the thing, yeah, definitely, yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, I think the last time I had it on, was it Critical did a big thing? Was it Critical or I do remember.
I know.
Kazra
I know.
playing, actually, I can't remember.
Hospital have definitely done
Yeah.
some things. Yeah, with
I think
with
I think Heads actually as well, because I remember seeing Goldie and Submotive doing something there before. I'm pretty sure as well. So yeah, the place is massive as well. So yeah, there's obviously like bits and bobs all throughout. So yeah.
And yeah, so Glastonbury, Boomtown, please message us. We want to do overview. We want to Rizzle as well. So not asking too much. Not asking too much.
Yeah. Just a stage takeover would be nice.
Just a bang high main stage overview. Maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe you got to keep. Yeah, you got to keep up. We got Nigel here has left a message saying, love that Feelings tune of yours.
Oh yeah,
dude, played it in Budapest and people went crazy.
Sick, yeah, big ups. I love dropping that tune. Actually, it's a pretty fun one to play. It's just hard, that tune as well. Yeah,
hard to mix, or just a hard tune.
Just a hard tune, yeah. It's all right to mix actually. Some of my tunes can be a bit annoying to mix because I just like big sparse breakdowns with basically nothing in it apart from a bass sample and a pad and stuff like that. So yeah. Just sorry to anyone that's been annoyed by my tunes when you're mixing them, but there we go.
Intentionally liking to trip up DJs.
Well, no, it's not intentional. I just like the sparsity. Like I love breakdowns, and like this big part of my tunes is just like there's always a part in the tune where it's going to break down real nice, and it's probably not going to have anything that you can keep time by at all in it, sort of thing. Like it would literally just be a pad or like So, but it's not like intentionally to annoy people that are playing it, but that's just the way it comes out.
Why? What sort? Where do you think you get that inspiration? Where is your inspiration from?
I think that's from old break tunes. I think that's just been a big thing since I mean, I'm still obsessed with break tunes now, but like back in the day when I was first starting producing stuff, like break was my go-to. Just like I was playing every single one of his tunes, every set sort of thing, and like that's a big thing in his tunes, or at least back then, it was just these epic breakdown moments and stuff. So yeah,
So I guess it does bring the grandiosity and
yeah,
real feeling in a way, rather than you don't need a drum
that's
beat
it.
or whatever all the
And
time.
then you makes it hit harder when it does actually hit. So yeah, yeah,
Have you
that's my thought behind it anyway. Yeah.
have you tried to on that kind of like have you tried to like write like ambient stuff or anything like that too?
I've more recently or so. I wouldn't say like ambient. It's more. I don't know what you would describe it as. Like, I can't place it into a sort of genre. But yeah, just weird down tempo, not necessarily following any specific beat structure or anything like that. But yeah, just I guess like kind of trip hop influence kind of stuff. I don't
Mm,
know what it is. It's but it's slower or faster than trip hop. But yeah,
right.
it's yeah. So I've written probably 3 or 4 bits like that now. I do actually want to put them out just because they're just kind of just sat on my computer doing nothing, and I do actually quite rate them. But yeah, maybe someday. We'll see.
Maybe we should do like an overview artist release, but do it with like this kind of music, like stuff that is just not
Yeah,
at all like the drum and bass stuff, like the other
yeah.
things that people are making.
Get a sister label going, mate.
Guess
Put
this
them
the
out on there.
label. Yeah, maybe that could be cool to do, like proper like just weird electronica kind of
Call it
stuff.
Underview.
There you go. Have that one for free. I mean, I guess you probably wouldn't. Would you put that out as your same alias, or do you think you'd like start a different
Yeah, I
alias?
think I would. Yeah, because I have thought about this before, and like it's always something that I wanted to do is like write other genres and stuff. But I want to be able to look back on it when I'm like 70 years old or whatever. I want it to be all in one place, and so yeah,
Hmm.
it's something that I've definitely thought about. And like obviously, I know people. There's no right and wrong way to go about it. Really, like some people would prefer having it on a separate thing. Some people would prefer having it all together, and that's just where I am. I'd probably put it all under the same name, just so it's there as like a legacy sort of thing when you look back on it. So
Well, you've committed to it now, so you're gonna
yeah,
have to do
yeah, I will. Don't you worry.
it. No, I think it could actually be an interesting idea because I know a few people have got like got interesting kind of side projects or making other things.
Mm,
I think it could be good just to kind of like showcase a different side of
yeah,
people
yeah.
and try to do
Dan's
something.
Dan's two flight stuff is really sick, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so too. No, he's been smashing it, but yeah, we'll
He's a
see.
monster.
Always so many ideas.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, um, you got too much. You said where you off to this weekend? You're going to
Yeah, Groningen.
Groningen.
Groningen. Yes, for a show with Bassface at Simplon, which should be good. Never been to Netherlands before, so yes,
Mm.
should be really good. Very much looking forward to it.
And obviously going to play a few bits of the EP as well.
Oh yeah, just try and get the whole EP in there. Yeah, for sure.
What what
And
tu- what tu-
and some new stuff as well. Yeah.
what tune do you think you've been seeing getting the kind of like biggest reactions so far off the EP?
I think Mirage, which has surprised me because, but yeah, every time I play Mirage, it seems to get really nice shouts, which surprises me because it's very sort of like, I mean, in a way, an empty tune. It's very sort of minimal and like when it drops, it is literally just bass sort of thing and like a little return synth. And there was, I mean, we were chatting about it at the time because like I mean, we trialed a vocal on it and weren't quite happy with it, and it took me a while to come round to the fact that it was actually quite a good tune as it was like when I'd made those little changes and you lot were telling me that the whole time, but yeah, I just wasn't having it sort of thing. I thought it needed a lot more, But yeah, that one seems to just be going down really nicely, and yeah, it's nice and fun to mix as well. So yeah, that's my pick of the bunch actually. Yeah,
It actually has turned out around to be your favorite tune now.
yeah. Yeah. It's funny because yeah, when we were talking about it, and I was just like, nah, it's not ready. It needs more. It needs more. And then I made like two changes to it, just beefed up the mix down a little bit, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, this is cool. And then that was before I just had a chance to play it out at all,
Mm,
and then I started playing it out, and I was just like, oh yeah, this is actually working really nicely. So yeah,
mm.
it's funny how your opinions on tunes can change like that. So yeah.
Yeah, because you were like very close to wanting to like just you were very close to wanting to take it off. I swear at one point.
It
Or you
was,
were,
yeah.
oh, you even no,
Actually,
you
yeah,
even
it
no,
was.
you even did take it off. You even did take it off. You were like,
Did I?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Me and Ollie were both sort of like, no, like
I was
this
just
is our
dead
favorite
set on it
tune.
having. I was just dead set on it having a vocal, and like I could
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
because when I was making it, I put the vocal in from Mindset over the tune with Ryder Shafiq, and I was just like, oh mate, it just sounds really good. Like it just
Mm,
sounds really. I might just do a dubplate version with that vocal in as well. To be fair,
please send me a copy. Please send me a copy. That's a good
yeah,
idea. That's a good idea. That's a good
it's
idea.
only for me. It's
Oh,
only for me
I see.
that.
I see. Yeah, fair
But
play.
yeah. I've forgotten what I was saying now. What was I saying?
Well, I
Oh
was
yeah,
saying about
so I was
taking the
just
tune off.
dead set on having the vocal on it, and then without a vocal in it, it just seemed so empty to me. And then we had the chat like, oh, it's not actually that empty, and I was just like, oh, well, it is empty. And then
But
um,
then, empty
yeah,
can be a good thing. Like, I
no,
don't
yeah,
know. Like,
and this is it, and it's basically, I mean, relatively untouched from that version that we originally had,
that's so funny.
apart from a few edits and like a bit of like effects on the snare here and there and that. So yeah, it's what it is.
No, but I think it's interesting actually when you then come through the process, looking at it in hindsight, where
Mm,
you as the creator, your music, you were at the point of like wanting to take it off because you kind of like holding your standards to that level, which is obviously
yeah,
a good thing, and obviously like say having a vision for it, and maybe it not reaching that vision in some way, but
yeah. I think that
then
was it. Yeah,
kind of stuck with it a bit, and like maybe because obviously I think then with us kind of being quite convincing of being like, no, like, we think that this will work. Because I think
yeah,
it's also that tough thing about, because we, obviously we like to give a lot of, artistic freedom and yeah, being able to do, let producers do what they want. But then there's also, so sometimes those situations where like, I don't know, maybe, because like you're saying, even like yourself can't look at it so objectively in a way,
no,
and
yeah.
where you're listening to something a
It's
thousand times,
it's
like
kind of
you
like the
know,
thing with too much as well, because we had that thing with too much as well where you was just like, oh, it needs a vocal, and I was just like, nah, it definitely doesn't need a vocal.
it doesn't need a vocal, and then you put it on, and you're like, oh wait, actually,
And
like,
then, sure enough, I had a look through some vocals and I slot this vocal in there, and it literally like fitted like peas and carrots. And I was just like, "Oh, mate, this is." I
mm.
hate to go back to Pete and say that he was right, but yeah, you were right. You were right.
Oh wait, I'm taking
Um,
this one. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna just take it in.
just clip
Oh,
that bit of audio and you play
I
it back
was
to me
right. I'm gonna
whenever
I'm
I'm
gonna I'm
near
gonna
the
make
gig.
my own
Yeah.
tune just with that bit of audio. Just for this one time, because mostly I'm wrong. Let's be honest, I'm wrong. I'm
The
wrong a
Pete
lot.
was right tune. The Pete was
I'm
right
usually
tune.
I'm usually wrong about most things, but no. Again, it's interesting. It's interesting, kind of. Yeah, say like having these creative struggles, or even even uncertainty. I guess like even as a
Mm,
even as a producer, who's been doing it as long as you have and released with the labels that you have,
yeah.
still still having those problems, and that probably does never ever go away.
I don't think, yeah, if it's not gone away by this time, and I've been making tunes for what, 10, over 10 years now. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
damn.
it's probably never going to go away. But
But
yeah, you obviously like, oh, there's always that bit of self doubt, I think. And I don't think, yeah, I think that's sort of fairly
mm,
unanimous with most producers. There's always still a bit that you're kind of just like, I don't think you'll ever properly finish a tune, sort of thing as well. Like, you could work and work and work and work and work on a tune, but like yeah, there's a point where you've just got to draw the line under it, and then
Mm,
you
mm.
know,
And
bounce it out.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing is sometimes it is. It's a tough thing, isn't it? Because
It's
sometimes
hard to do. It's hard to decide when.
getting that.
Sometimes,
When,
yeah.
yeah, when does it cross the threshold of being quality and not
Because
putting
you could
out
just keep
crap?
going
Do you know
and,
what I mean?
adding stuff and not necessarily adding stuff that is useful to the tune as well.
No,
So
no.
again, back to Mirage, like I could have added more stuff, and actually I did when I was trying to make it better. I was just like, it's like when I thought it was really empty, and I was just tried so much stuff with it, like threw everything that I would usually throw into a tune at that tune, and nothing was sticking, and I was just like, and then I literally just beefed it up a bit, and then added a few bits here and there like just to vary it, to vary the snare and that was it. I was just like, yeah, this is sounding much better, but yeah,
It was sounding
it's
better, but then not like you're saying. Like you couldn't really even do anything to it
no,
to make
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You know, it is what it
It
is.
was
It is what
it
it
was
is.
there already, and it just, I think sometimes you need to try and throw everything out before you realize that as well. So yeah, it's
Mm,
just
mm. And again, maybe I think as well, like maybe like the passing of time a little bit as well. I think that can, because
yeah,
I find that with obviously like
mm,
things you create, like you know, you have it, and then once you then step away from it, you're not working on it. Get to have a bit of
yeah,
a fresher perspective. Obviously,
definitely.
start showing people, and like you're saying, you start playing it out, and everyone's going, oh, you know, you're getting a load of reactions. Oh, wait, shit, like this is actually
That's it.
not as
Yeah,
bad as I
and
thought. Not as bad as I thought it was. Anyway, you know.
yeah. That was it. Yeah, I think that's the main point, is getting like the club feedback on the tunes as well is really handy, just because.
Mm,
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, it's not like week in, week out I'm playing sets. I mean, I'm busier than I was, but yeah, it's still not like every week you can go to the club and test out new tunes sort of stuff.
mm.
So yeah.
Which is why you got to make sure that when you do play, that you do test the tunes.
Yes. I have been very guilty in the past of basically playing none of my own tunes in my set, but I think the music that I'm making now and over the last couple of years is the music that I want to play in my sets and stuff as well. Whereas like
Mm.
before, it was sort of like, I've made this tune, this is what the tune is, and it doesn't really fit. They don't really fit into my sets. Whereas like now, I'm making much more of the music that I would actually want to play out anyway, sort of thing. So yeah.
Would you do like 100% like Rizzle set?
I have
have
actually,
you done it?
I did actually do one. Yeah, not out, but I've done on. I think I did a guest mix for Forbidden Frequencies, which is an all Rizzle mix. And that was maybe like halfway through, like 2020 or something like that. So a lot of the album tunes are in there, I think.
How did that go down well? I'm sure a lot of people really like that. How did you
Yeah,
feel? How did you
yeah,
feel
yeah,
about
and it
that
was
mix?
it was about an hour long or so as well. I was just like making this mix. I was just like, how have I got like an hour's worth of my own tunes to just play back to back with each other? It's just nuts. But yeah, there we go.
Maybe,
And like when I look in my like in my record box folder of like, I've had like a specific playlist that sorts all of my tunes automatically into one playlist, and there's about 104 tunes in there now. And I just think back
wow.
like, how is there that many of my fucking tunes like in existence? It's just mad. Yeah.
Well, you've been going 10 years now, so you know.
Yeah. So I suppose, yeah. But I mean, properly releasing since about 2017 or so. So yeah.
Do you find that you get more of a reaction to your own stuff than playing other people's, or
I mean,
depends?
there's always like big tunes that I put, like, I mean, tunes that I put in my sets that I know are going to go down well. I've been playing a lot of Envy's stuff recently, which has been going down really nice.
Big up to Jean.
His
Big up to Jean.
big ups, yeah, he's absolutely killing it right now. Everything he sends me is just ridiculous. Um, but yeah, his last Critical EP, I've been absolutely hooning. That Pegasus tune has probably been like the one in my sets that's just been going mad every time I play it.
Yeah.
Just yeah, goes down sick. So yeah, there's always tunes like that I just like to play, just because I
What
know that they're gonna get a.
what would you say you are at the moment? Would you say it's like 50-50 Rizzle and you and other people's, or
I'd say maybe like 70-30 other people's music and 30% mine.
see, I'm surprised. I am surprised that more producers don't just play like when you do have a set to play, like to really tip the scales in the other way, like do it 70-30, maybe 80-20, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Has that thought ever crossed your mind, or have you not? Or is it
Yeah,
like?
I mean, before when I didn't used to play any of my own tunes at all, it definitely used to cross my mind that,
Mm,
and I was conscious of the fact that I wasn't playing my own tunes, and that's why I'm sort of moving towards playing. Well, I have moved towards playing more of my own tunes, but also I
mm.
don't want to like compromise the set structure and stuff as well just by wanting to needlessly play my tunes over someone else's tunes if it's good sort of thing.
Mm, mm,
And yeah, so there's that as well. It's like wanting to make sure that the set still sounds good to me sort of thing. So
yeah, no,
as a like a journey sort of thing.
it's
Yeah.
interesting because I just feel like if I was producing music, I would just be playing my own stuff, like. Because I mean,
It's a very Pete thing to say
it's
as
never
well,
gonna
which is
happen.
really funny.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, because like I have I would say most of the sets that I've been playing, at least for like overview shows or whatever, I've really been trying to make a point like to just be playing overview stuff.
Yeah.
Actually doing 100% overview sets, because and I don't know, I've just found myself
Well, they're not going to hear it anywhere else, are they? At the end of the day, well, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I guess it's that thing of like
yeah.
people, if people are seeing, Peter Energy overview, and obviously they see overview, and that's the thing. I find myself, even when I start playing other things, I'm starting to not feel it quite as much, like in a weird way, or like I've come away from a few sets of doing it and being like quite proud of it in a way, because it's like, damn, like we've actually,
Oh mate, yeah.
we've got so much music, because so much music being released as well to obviously like give a spotlight to it. But I don't know, mate. I tell you what, I'm actually, from this conversation, I'm actually interested in like, if we do, I may try and book some nights in where we set a rule that like
Got to be 100% overview.
No,
Or 100% artist's own music.
No, 100%. It's artist's own music, because I think that would be I think that would be a really fun limitation in a good way, because you're really gonna get like the full experience of I mean, obviously they're saying you have to have people that have got be able to fill an hour's worth of it's not easy, especially if you're mixing like
Oh yeah. Every 16 bars or whatever.
eight bar mixing. You're soon going to go through them. But I don't know. I'd be interested to kind of like see more people do it, and maybe, and I don't know, maybe it's my one. I don't know. Maybe worth thinking about, like actually trying to do that, because it's it's your USP. It's what is what makes you unique. It is obviously, I know that obviously you say you're lucky, because obviously you say you get sent dubs, and I know that's obviously a fun thing to play and playing these kind of tunes. I know I heard the set that I heard you at the weekend. Playing a lot of unreleased stuff, which that's tempting. I know that's very tempting to play, because obviously you only get a certain amount of time when they're even dub plays.
True. You got to rinse the dubs while they're dubs.
You got you got to be a super cool DJ who's like got cool dub plays. But yeah, I don't know. I would say
as well, on the same point, there's always tunes that are coming out as well that not necessarily dub plates as well, but like just great tunes that I want to rep in my sets as well, sort of things. So it's like finding the balance of playing your own tunes, playing tunes from other people that you want to play and really rate and you want to show people, and getting it all together in a nice, like, for me, like the main thing for a set is like the journey through the set and stuff, and
just play all your own stuff.
You should play Jump Up, mate.
Every
tune.
Well, I was gonna say we could get Dom Operate to do 100% Operate.
100% old school Operate. So
yeah, we get some old school screechy Belgium Jump Up.
There we go.
I pay good money. I'm trying to think who would be good on a lineup. I say you could do it. I reckon Clinical. I reckon he could do it. I reckon
Dan's
he'd do
blatantly got tunes for days. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's the other thing as well. Is there's probably a lot of people that would have, you'd have your release stuff, but then you'd also have your your back, your project files and all stuff that could still be played. I'm never think about this. This is
I'm down if you get a plan together. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hold you to that one.
All right.
We should probably talk a little bit more about the EP anyway, as
it
is the reason that you're here.
That's very true. Yeah.
And we've got to sell it to people as well.
Yes.
Just to let people know, buy the EP, stream the EP, set up a Spotify bot, and just repeat, play it if you can.
We love those bots. Yeah.
We love those bots. And it's going to be out
Friday.
I was trying to remember what day that we are. What day we are.
I thought it was out today for some reason, but yeah, it's actually out Friday. So yeah,
that's a good start there.
You heard it was out
first.
Today. Yeah.
I know
for some reason I thought the 15th was today, and then I looked at the calendar and I was just like, oh yeah, it's definitely not today. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Who knows really like what day it is at the moment. I don't know.
It's Wednesday, Pete.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's Wednesday. There we go. It's Wednesday.
That means it's 2 days until the EP comes out.
I've noticed some people have been moving away from Friday release days. I don't know. Have you got any opinions on that?
Well, it is like tunes come out whenever. I don't know. I mean, you're the label man. Like, it doesn't really matter to me if the tune's out on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday or even a Saturday or Sunday. But it does seem that it does usually tend to be a Monday or a Friday, but for the most part Fridays. But I don't know why that is. But...
I don't know what. Well, I think some of it's is like just before the weekend, and people have got, it's a good time to get on. But I don't know if there's any like actual true logic of, when you really do need to do it. I don't know. But yeah, the EP is gonna be out this Friday. So obviously anyone that is available to buy it, please do go buy it. Please. Any sort of thoughts on the EP? What was your? I mean, we said probably your biggest challenge, I guess, was Mirage, in that respect.
I mean, the other ones came out relatively stress free, and the Pulse was one of those tunes that just came out in pretty much one session, and then needed tweaking because the bass line had clipping going all through it, and then you brought that up and I was just like, oh yeah, shit, it does. And then I basically had to go through all those bass recordings that I'd recorded and then rework the bass line so it sounded the same but wasn't the same parts of because it was just full of clipping basically where I'd recorded it in. So that was a pain in the ass, but turned out all right at the end. And I think the riff is actually better now than it was in the original thing. But that was that basically. It was just and then that was pretty easy. That just came out really nicely, and then had those RP bits in there, which just seemed to suit the track quite nicely as well. So yeah, that one came out nice. We had Too Much, which was called Kicks for a while because it was very kicky, and didn't have a vocal and had this like weird lead thing running through it. And then this was the one that we chatted about earlier where it was just I was basically finished with it and thought it was completely fine and finished, and then Pete said that it needed a vocal. You said it needed a vocal even. I tell you what,
I can't actually take credit for that.
It was Marcus.
That was actually Wings.
It was Marcus, yeah. So
I can't sit here and take all the credit. Marcus was the one.
Marcus suggested having the vocal, which came to me via Pete in the form of feedback.
It's actually me singing on it as well. If people were interested to know, that is actually my vocals. No, okay, I'm not. That is a load of shit.
You could definitely give me a vocal to try and put in a track once, sometime, and I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually. Yeah. Well, I mean, I already featured on the end of Yella's track, so
yeah. But I reckon time to take you like full vocalist,
maybe
ad libs, harmonies, the
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I could. I mean, I don't know what do you think the song should be about. If you've got like a theme, what would be the theme of this track?
You could do a song about overview.
the
Or
the overview
story,
anthem.
story of overview,
The
because you
story
fucking
of
love that
overview.
story.
Oh, shut up. I could actually try to turn it into a rap. Maybe I could try and do a little rap story of like
There we go. I
it
reckon.
started in
Yeah,
2018. I'm not gonna carry on. I'm not gonna carry on.
we've all heard the story.
We've all heard the story. Hey, do you know how Overview started? Do you know how Overview started?
I think everyone
Overview.
does by this point.
I think everyone does. You think?
But yeah,
if I would say not enough people know exactly how it started at this point. You can always tell more. If anyone wants to find out how Overview started, please you can go sign up to the Patreon right
watch
now.
one of the many thousands of videos there are on it.
And there's also a UKF article. I think we were in a magazine. Yeah. You know, just about every way possible to really drill it home. Really drill it home.
Go get that coverage. There we go.
As what I am really good at. If I'm good at anything, is being able to just milk dry any sort of situation possible.
Yeah,
It's
love
a
it,
skill.
mate.
It's a skill.
It is, man. Yeah. So yeah, but then found a vocal for the tune too much, and then as we were saying before we came onto the story, and then yeah, that was basically the tune done. What was the other tune? Echoes. Echoes is an interesting one because I've not actually told anyone this story. Echoes, the drum beat from Echoes was the start of my basically for the Sample Genie tutorial that I did with Kyrist. We did a collab tutorial where we basically did parts of the tunes and sent it back and forth and recorded the whole thing. That was the start of, well, basically I spent like 2.5 hours writing this the drum loop that is in Echoes. And then thought it was recording for this tutorial. Basically, turns out that I'd spent the last 2.5 hours, and it had only recorded like the first 10 minutes of this tutorial thing. So I was just like, "Fuck! I've now got to record the tutorial thing again." And then I just had these drums just left over from it. So I just loaded up the drum loop on a session, and then the techie little stab thing made that, and then I was just like, "Oh, that's a vibe," and then the tune just. It was one of those tunes that just wrote itself. I was just like, yeah, sweet, that's job done. So yeah, that was that. So yeah, they most of the tunes came out. I mean, even Mirage to an extent was just really quick. That basically took me one session to get it to the point where I initially sent it to you, and then however long it took me to realise that was probably the best form for the tune to be finalised in as well, minus the couple of changes. So yeah, it was the EP came together pretty nicely actually. Yeah, happy with it, very happy.
No, mate. I think it's a strong body of work as always.
Very much.
What's next on the horizon? You got anything? Well, you got a few bits and pieces. I don't know what you can tell us about.
Later this month, there's single.
Another album. Yeah, I don't know.
There's a single coming on. I think it's later this month. On Engage, 2-track single. There's a really minimal sort of stomper on there, which I've been playing in my sets, which is going down really nicely. There's really like weighty low end, just seems to sound really nice on systems, which is a nice one, and a more sort of fierce liquid-ish kind of bit as well.
Fierce
that's
liquid.
coming on there. Fierce liquid.
Like that.
New subgenre that's been coined right here.
Sick.
We've got some remixes. Been working on a couple of bits for heads, but haven't got them to the point where I want to send them over to them yet, but I think they're heads. So yeah, need to work on some more stuff for them, and that's about it. I've just been asked to do a couple more remixes as well, so that's moving forward, that's what I'm going to be working on. So yeah, aim of the game is to get something else out on heads mainly at the moment.
Well, it's a big big goal, big label. Because you're on the like the sister label
Yeah, so
originally.
yeah, it came out on MethFX, MethXX even, which is I'm not sure if it's actually on the sister label. I think it is on the main label. It's like a series on the label. I'm
Yeah,
not actually sure, but
I think you might be right.
yeah, yeah. The next port of call hopefully would be main label. So yeah, just trying to write up some sickness for that at the moment. I've got one tune that I'm really really pleased with, and another one which I also really rate, but want to get it up to like the form where it is basically an EP ready to go, so I can send it over, sort of thing. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Have you had any of the iconic Goldie phone calls yet?
Yeah, yeah. So when I did the last EP from him, got a couple of calls from him actually. It was after I wrote Depths, and yeah, I woke up to an Instagram message from him just saying "ring me." I was just like, "Oh God, this is mad." But yeah, and obviously, yeah,
That's
had a
good.
couple of phone calls with him about the EP, finishing up the EP that we did before, and since then, actually meeting him a couple of times, at a couple of the heads shows that I've done as well. It's just been yeah, it's been really good, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a bit of a bit of a legend. I'm yet to meet Goldie myself. Actually, I don't know if I'm half intimidated to meet him or is he a
I'd be lying if
you
I
know?
said I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, but he's just generally really nice guy to speak to as well. Yeah, it's just a proper sound lad.
Yeah, no. Oh, mate, it's good to good to see you kind of getting that recognition, I guess, from
Mm.
getting some recognition
It
from
is
some people on that kind of level. Yeah, it's like saying been at it for 10 years, and then the doors sort of are opening and making
yeah, man.
progress.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. So, I mean, always wanted to write stuff for heads, but never really had the technical know-how or the could figure out how to write that sort of music. And then
Mm.
2018, something clicked, and I was just like, oh shit, I can actually do this. And yeah. Um, And then that was when I wrote that Evita tune off the EP, actually. So yeah, that was a while in the works as well because I actually sidelined the heads thing whilst I finished up the album, and then got back on that in 20 early last year. So, and then that came out middle of the way through last year, the heads EP. So yeah.
Mm. No, no, mate. It's all happening, all going on. Lots of good future
Mm,
plans. So
can't complain. Yeah.
the future's bright. The future is Rizzle. There you go. There's my little tagline. Well, look, we're just I think approaching the hour mark, so I think we could just about wrap it up. I've got to go eat some pizza. That is
Nice,
on my
great
that is
choice.
on my that's on my task. Any sort of final thoughts? Anybody that you'd like to big up or shout out? Anything that you'd
Just
like to say?
big up everyone that's been feeling the EP so far and sending me nice messages and stuff. But yeah, massive shout to everyone that's been supporting and anyone that's gonna buy it on Friday or stream it and whatever. Big ups to you lot.
Yeah, big up.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And where can we find you as well? Probably like final thing as well. Where we get? I think we might have done it. We might have done it before. We'll do it again. Was it
A little bit, yeah. So Groningen this Saturday. Next month we have the gig that is right behind you, Volks.
There you go.
Um,
Look, Rizzle,
Should be a good one.
Rizzle.
And then where else do we have? Let me get the diary up. Hang on.
Oh yeah, yeah. If any, I actually we haven't even mentioned that. You can actually see Rizzle perform in Brighton on May the 7th.
7th. Yep.
For
Uh,
overview, we've got Submarine, Wings, and Envy all going to be down, so it's going to be a proper edgelord techie DMB vibe.
it's gonna be chin stroking vibes to the
Oh,
maximum.
mate, you have to bring your Vaseline down, mate, because it's going to get pretty bit of friction burn on that chin.
That's it. Um, Hayden is asking where my cat is.
Yeah, where is your cat? Where is
He,
your cat?
he's not. Does he? I'm gonna go get the cat. Hang on. We'll give him a little. Hang on.
Hayden wants to see the cat. I mean, to be fair, Rizzle does have a fantastic cat. I forgot what his cat's name is. What's his cat's name? Is it Ralph? Yeah, it is Ralph. It is Ralph. Is he gonna is he gonna come back with a cat? Or has he just left me? Has he just left me now for however long? I'm just gonna attempt to keep on talking. yeah, thank you anyone that has been watching today. Anyway, this has been another episode of Overviewed. I need to probably like get a bit more of a plan together for this. I would like to at some point kind of like do these things a little bit kind of a few more production values, should we say, rather than just me on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, just talking it. He can't find the cat, can he? You can't find him. Has he gone out?
No, yeah, he's out.
He's out. He's out
on
causing
missions.
mayhem.
Unfortunately, Hayden.
How is Ralph doing though? Is he well?
He's great, mate. He's spending a lot of time sleeping. It's a lot of time squeaking as well. He can't really like meow properly, so he's just like, yeah, he's like, yeah. But yeah, he's a little G. My little G. Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Ralphie.
He's doing well. Yeah.
Sorry, Hayden. Sorry that we weren't able to.
Yeah, I apologise that Ralphie is nowhere to be seen. He's probably out enjoying the weather. Actually, it's a lovely evening out there. Sun is shining and stuff. So
yeah, it is. It is nice out there.
He's probably found himself a nice patch and is doing his thing.
He's doing his thing. Next time, Hayden. Next time.
Yeah.
All right, John. Well, look, man. Thank you for doing that. For doing this, and one last time, anyone wants to check out Rizzle's EP, which is out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. It's out on Friday. It might be out.
Friday.
It might be out tomorrow if you're listening to this tomorrow. We'll think about that. But yeah. Other than that, big up everyone for locking in, and we'll see and speak to people very soon. Nice one.
Peace.